Hey folks, this is Johnny and welcome to another Home Studio Trainer Live. La 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 la. See, something actually happened to my... Hold on, let me see if I can actually fix this here. Yeah, well, the compressor is off and this is on. You know, there's something weird with the Studio Live mixers. Sometimes things get turned off, and I don't know why. Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1. Still not working. Let's try this. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Oh, there we go. Hold on a second. I'm gonna figure this out. See, I shouldn't be doing this like right when the show. I just noticed that the EQ got reset. Why in the blinking blue blazes would this thing get reset? There we go. My voice sounds a little bit clearer now. Let me see if I move this over a little bit. There we go. I sound like I'm in a box. Yeah, I don't like that. I think I'll just keep it like that. Hopefully everybody is doing well today. Oh, how come I'm so far over? You know, it's like my first day. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Look, we're going to... No idea what language that is. We have 16 people in here, though. I'm nervous. I am nervous today. Why am I nervous? I am nervous. Studio One tips and tricks. We're going to look at the ability to customize the main view. And we're going to look at the target loudness options for export mixdown. Something nice and new here in Studio One 6. Should be awesome. All right, so let's see. With 18 people in here, let's see. So, all right, I am... See, I have been desperately trying to set up my Patreon page. And I'm not having much luck because there was a time where I had it and I closed it down because nobody ever joined. But everybody is asking for a better way to help out than PayPal, which is cool. I don't mind doing that. So if anybody out there, and it doesn't have, you guys don't have to answer today or whatever. If anybody out there has any experience setting up a Patreon page, I could really use your help. So, if you are watching this as a video, so maybe tomorrow, or that would be today if you're watching it as a video. But since it's live right now, that's going to be tomorrow or later after the show ends. Yeah, I'm making this way too complicated. 20 people in here now. I could really use some help on setting up the Patreon page. I want to set it up just like I had for the members page on YouTube when I used to have a bigger channel. But now I'm itty bitty. So the good news is I've got 1,800 subscribers. Yes, I want to thank Michael Johnson and Keith Chadwick and whatever other people they have working in the background to get me more subscribers, and especially Personas, who put that little post up in up in the news feed for Studio One. That has helped immensely. So thank you to all of them, and people in the background that I don't know are helping. I've also got 2 people that sent me hard drives full of all of my older videos. I'm going to be uploading those soon. If you go to the YouTube page, the main YouTube page, you can see that all my Studio One 5 videos are back up. You can see that all my Faderport 8 videos are back up, and then there's a live streams, and then there's a live stream playlist. If you guys look at the Studio One 5 beginners videos. They are in order of learning for the first 18 videos. And then it's just a bunch of different subjects and stuff that are within it. So if you are new to Studio One, even if you get Studio One 6, these Studio One 5 videos will help you get started. I am in the middle of a huge selection of Studio One 6 videos. I got a really, really late start because of the debacle, losing my channel. And there you go. There you have it. Let's see. That is pretty cool that Personas put you in the Studio One splash page. I know. I was actually astounded that they would even offer to do that. Ambient Dave says, did you get my email? But I'm sure I did. I haven't looked at emails. It depends on where you sent it to. If you sent it to Johnny at hst-homestudiotrainer.com, I will be going through those tonight. So very cool. All right. Let's see. John Edgar is here. Hey, John, where is your... I made you a moderator. I don't know why it didn't show up, but there you go. So if you refresh John Edgar, you will have your moderator, your admin back. Yeah, I know. No, actually, Kevin still got his. Billy Morgan still has his. Bobby Booth still has his. Okay, so there you go. Yes to your email address. Okay, good. So I'll be looking at all those tonight. All right, so just so that you guys know, and my mom has a pretty big following here on Home Studio Trainer. I wasn't here on Tuesday, and I couldn't make the Wednesday show. She was in the hospital a week ago, in the middle of losing my channel. I was with her through that whole ordeal. She was diagnosed with cancer. The good news is it is not aggressive. So there might be some treatment options for her. She's 78 years old, and she wanted me to actually relay the thanks for all of the well wishes for those of you that actually are part of my Facebook group, Johnny Geib over there on Facebook, and thank you for the well wishes. She thanks you for that. She has a long road ahead, and she is handling it like I couldn't. She is really, really handling it all well. So your prayers and your positive thoughts and everything are much appreciated, although you guys have given so much to me already for my channel and all the positive thoughts for my mom. I really do appreciate it. So if she gets well enough, she wants to come back on the show and say hi to everybody. Burlap Studio says, tell your mom we're proud of her son. Thank you. I have been with her through every step of this, and so has my brother. It's been really, really good. And it's tough. It really is. It really is. And how she's handling it like she is beyond my comprehension. Many, many good wishes and prayers for your mom and her healing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to look at a couple of things in Studio One 6 that are new, that are really kind of cool. So let us go ahead and get on with the demo. Somebody hit the button. Where's the button? There it is. Okay, good. John Edgar. He says, I'm good, thanks. Always positive. Yes, I appreciate that. In some cases, John, you're way too positive for me. That's not an insult. It's just, like you've said, it is what it is, right? All right, so here we are in Studio One. I've got a lot of great people in this community. I can't tell you how many people actually came through for me, getting me through a couple of months. Seeing that all my money is gone on YouTube. All right, so again, if anybody there knows how to set up a Patreon page and how to do it right, please message me. Send an email to Johnny at hst-homestudiotrainer.com or just put a message in under this video. So let's see. So a couple of things here. So if you look at the page here, this is my main song page. And you can see that I have my own toolbar that I created. I'm going to turn this off for now because I want you guys to really see what you can do with Studio One 6 right now. All right, so if you look across the top, you've got all of these boxes and you've got all of these icons and things like that. And you're like, you know what? I really don't know that I need all of this stuff up here. So one of the things that you can do, I paused for a second. One of the things that you can do is you can actually right-click anywhere in the blue area up here, or if you've got it different colors. Let's see. Let's right-click, and we're going to click Customize. Now, here is the cool part. I really love this part. Let me go ahead and zoom in. All right, we can turn off Control Link, Advanced Tools, Input Quantize, and all sorts of stuff. We can put away the video player if you're not going to be using that. We can put away the scratch pad, the info view, cursor follows out of position, all this kind of stuff. So let's pick a couple of things. I am actually going to close this, and I'm going to close this song. And I'm going to open up a blank song. And Billy Morgan says, "Don't Stop Believing." Thank you. Thank you for the Journey reference. All right. So let's close this. So now if I don't need things like the strip silence and the audio bend, I can right click here. I can do customize, and I can get rid of. Oh, wow. I don't see the strip silence. Complete, basic. Oh, you've actually got some presets here too. Minimal. Look at that. Look at what it does to the top here. And audio editing. And basic. And it got rid of Control Link, Advanced Tools, and Input Quantize. It also got rid of the scratch pad on the video player. Oh, this is cool. I actually didn't see this until just now. So I can go ahead and say minimal. And that's just going to give me the basics. And I got all this room up here. Or I can go ahead and go to the inspector. And I can choose some of the things to eliminate there. And now this is going to be cool. I'm going to go ahead, open up the inspector. I'm going to create an audio track. There we go. And I'm going to create an audio event. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do a check 1, 2. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to create an audio event. I'm going to go check 1, 2, check 1, 2, check 1, 2. There we go. So now we have the bare minimum over what we need here in the inspector. I click customize. I can do the toolbar, the inspector, the transport, and the browser. So let's do the inspector. Let's see. We want tempo and time stretch. We want that there. Let's see. Instrument, time base, velocity. I don't need any of these. I don't even need the routing. Let's see. Delay. See, what I want is the options for the audio event. There we go. So I don't need the fade in and fade out. But I do want the gain envelope. So now, look at this. I can shrink it to just what I need. And you can save this as a template, obviously. There we go. Bobby Boo says, now I can do away with some of the stuff I don't need. I know. This is really, really awesome. So let's see, bend marker, gain envelope. There we go. You can actually see as I click on the little boxes, some of these things actually go away. So let's see, I don't need speed up. I do want file tempo. I do want transpose and tune. I don't really use normalize. So I'm going to get rid of that, but I do want the gain. Let's see, I really don't need the fade in and fade out because I'm going to see that on the event. But I do want to keep the bend marker and the gain envelope. So there we go. I've already done the inspector. And with the toolbar, pretty much got just all the basics here. See, info view. Oh, there we go. That's the little question mark. I'm actually going to keep that. I want the scratch pad and the video player. And I want auto scroll. And what else do we have here? Auto scroll. Toggle ripple edit, toggle snap, and input quantize. Let's see, what's the advanced tools? Yeah, I don't need the advanced tools and control link. All right, so that's all I need for that. There's the inspector. I got this. This is so cool. Here we go. Perfect. And let's see. So the transport. You can see the transport is basic. It's just got the play, stop, rewind, and record, and all of that. Let's see, record time I don't need sample rate. Let's see, I do want the performance, and I do want the MIDI monitor. Let's see here. Here's the secondary transport controls. What is that? Oh, okay, so that's like the rewind, fast forward. I don't need that because I use the mouse to jump. Sync to external devices I don't need. Metronome I want. Time signature and key signature. Okay, so there's that. So now for the browser. So I can actually, this is cool, I can just strip it down to just instruments and effects. That's it. Instruments and effects and files, since I actually use some of that stuff. All right, so there we go. You can also hit this little disc right here, and you can store this. You can also just revert. Let's actually store this first. Store, and we're just going to call this HST Basic View. There we go. So now it'll be part of this list here. HST Basic View, and at any time, I can go ahead and go back to the complete. There we go. There's everything. And then here is the basic view. Look at that. Man. Where was this so very long ago? I know guys like myself and Bobby Booth are going to love this. All right, so we got a hacker. Ooh, and I actually, not a hacker, but an advertiser. Very good. Very good. Oh, he's going to try. He's going to keep going. I'm going to have to turn on the limitations now that I have enough subscribers. Spam alert. That's all right. That's why I gave people the power. Very cool. Thank you. Whoever took care of those, he's going to keep trying. All right. So this is really nice for those of you that really just need some basic views for everything in your song. Just like this. There's a lot of room for everything, and it just works well. So there we go. If you have the color toolbar installed, and I'm going to get with Truckee on this to show you guys all the cool stuff in the new color toolbar for Studio One 6. You have to have the advanced on just like that, but I want that off for this here. All right. There you go. So if I wanted to, I can delete this. And I can now save this as a template to where it just has the basic stuff that I need when I'm working on a song. And that is that. All right, so what else do we have here? So, whoops, there it is. So now we're going to take a look at the export mixdown options. Well done, team moderators. Everybody, let's give them a big hand. Let's say, oh, I don't have my sound effects pulled up. I was going to give them an applause. There we go. Steve Love says, I blocked it. Very cool. All right. So there you go. That is for that basic view. So now we're going to go back to the classroom, and we're going to take a look at some of the export features that we have here. So now I'm going to just go here. I'm going to do File. Going to do Close. And no, there we go. And now I'm going to go to the very awesome Studio One demo song. And we're going to play with some of the new export options for just a simple export mixdown. There she is. Let's listen to what we have here. I had to kill the 5 because I just sneezed my brains out. Let's see. Nick Foreign says, have you touched on the new Pro EQ update? No, I haven't yet. And I think I can. As soon as I finish this. Listen to me. God. All right. So let's see. What have I got here? I am going to go for my overview. There we go. I got all the tracks. I got my song. And now we're going to go ahead and go to song, and we're going to go to export mixdown. And now look at all this cool stuff that we have. All right. All right, so let's look at some of the options that we have. Let's start on the left panel. Now, this isn't new. This was actually introduced in Studio One version 5, being able to mix down to a bunch of different formats altogether. So I really just use MP3 and WAV, but that's just me. All right, if I go over this way, we have the traditional between song markers, between each marker, between selected markers, or we can just go ahead and do it, with the loop zone, which is right there. All right, so now, if you are exporting a single song to a particular streaming service, there are actually some in here I've never heard of before. All right. So wow. So you got YouTube, you got Tidal, Spotify Loud, and then Spotify. And then you got SoundCloud and something called Deezer, which I've never heard before. You also have Apple Music, Apple Podcast, and AES streaming. Some of these things I just don't know what they're for. But these are going to be specific to a particular platform. Got to remember the word platform. All right, so if we go ahead between the loop zone, which I already have set up, and if I choose YouTube, you can see that all of this information changes right there. The LUFS and the loudness and the max true peak. So let's go ahead and do Apple Music. Here we go. You can see it's even more different. It is 16 and it's going to the max loudness. 16 LUFS and 1.0 dB. Very cool. And then the true peak, which is what I use. If we go to Netflix, I don't know who would be lucky enough to actually get an account to publish to Netflix. You've got this. Just like that. So this is really going to make it easy for you. You don't have to guess what's going to be best for these platforms because they're all here for you. Now, it's important to know that a lot of people don't realize that even if you don't export your files to these platforms' recommended settings, they're going to do it for you. The bad thing about that is if you've got a lot of compression on it already and they go ahead and they reduce stuff, it's going to add more compression. So it's usually a good idea to either pick one of these or just don't add any compression on the outs and let them do it. But that's up to you. That's totally up to you. Lollipop Guild is here. Good to see you. David Anthony says, nice to see you up and going. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a hell of a fight to get everything back up. I have had a couple of opportunities to get with someone from YouTube and see what I can get back from the old account. And it is there. Some things are gone. I mean, just gone. I'm not worried about the content because between what I had backups on and some people that actually sent me some hard drives, I have everything now. So I can just upload. The thing that I miss is the income, obviously, but as I started talking to some of the people that helped me try to get the account back and everything, some things have really gotten messed up as far as the email account for my AdSense and everything like that. I am going to get one more small payment from AdSense for last month, and I'll get that around the 21st and stuff, so that's good at least. But for the most part, to set everything back up on the old channel is going to be, in some ways, just as difficult to get it going on the new channel. So I might just let that go and start from scratch. All right, let's see what else we got. Sheila's here. She says, hey, folks. Hey, Johnny, good to see you, Sheila. Let's see. Actually, I said good to see you, Sheila. There's no reason for her to say good to see you, Sheila. So I just added that. Let's see, Mika's here. He says, let personas do the thinking for you. Helps with the headaches that questioning things brings on. Yes, I agree. Sometimes you can overthink stuff. For sure, John Hedger says, would you please go over the steps on how to load version 6 for everyone who will want to update? Well, there's really no steps to follow. You just download it and you run the installer and it does everything for you. It sets it up in a separate folder. You don't have to do anything with Studio 1.5. You just go ahead, you load up, and when it pops up, it may or may not. It might just do it automatically. When it pops up with the question, do you want to copy your settings from the last version of Studio One? You click yes, and it sets most things up in order. So, I'm not quite sure what to show, and since I've already got it installed, I can't really go through it. But if you're on Sphere, you go to your Sphere account, download the installer. If you actually own Studio One, like I do, you can actually go ahead and go to your account and download the installer. And just go ahead, double click on it, and just watch the questions. Now, if you want to install things in certain places, we'll have to do like a Q&A, and I can show you the different things, putting your sound sets on separate drives and everything. But if you're just installing Studio One for the first time, it should be just as easy as double-clicking and going. If you have an old version of Studio One, an older version, all of the settings should copy over. Bobby Booth. Again, Bobby and I are in the same wheelhouse sometimes, that's for sure. He says, I don't have to worry about overthinking things. I don't have a brain. Yeah, I feel that way too sometimes. And with all the stress that I'm under between family things and rebuilding my YouTube channel, I don't have a brain sometimes either. All right, we got 40 people in here. We got 28 likes. And right now what we've gone through is the customization of the main view here. And now basically the customization of your export mixdown options by using some of the preset loudness options here. All of these are accurate. You even got Amazon. Look at this. You even got Amazon Alexa. Watch this. There you go. I'm not quite sure how this works. But you got it if you want it. I wouldn't even know how to get something up there. But I guess if you're publishing something to Amazon Music, that's what you're going to want. You want to maximize your output of your file so that if someone's using one of those units, it'll play that way. I mean, they didn't spare anybody here. I think they got everything. If you guys think something is missing, let me know. All right, there you go. So you have, when you just export just a single song. Now, some of this stuff used to be only available in the mastering page or the project page. Now it's all available here on this part, on the song page too. All right, so let's see. You can actually you can actually mix down, export and mix down in multiple formats. You can choose the settings for each of the formats. You can choose where you want to download, the area of your song you want to download. You can also choose the loudness per platform. And some of these I don't know. So there you go. And it'll tell you what it's doing. Just like that. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the Q&A. Boom. And where are we? Here we are. How you guys doing? I got a little bit more room now over here. Very cool. Let's see. John Edgar saying hi to Sheila. We have 36 people. We have 30 likes already. Boy, that's awesome. I'm just reading some of the comments here. So I think there is a longer delay than usual here. So I'm going to have to go through my broadcast settings here and make sure that doesn't happen. Just Bob says, if you join Sphere, can you create new folders for all the sound sets associated with Sphere? Keep it separately from what you have, what you own in previous versions. Boy, that would be something. Yeah, sure you can, as long as you keep track, like on a piece of paper, the stuff that you've downloaded from Sphere and the stuff that you already had, then you can go to the folder, create a secondary folder, move the ones from Sphere into that folder, and then set up both locations in Studio One. How's that one? Hey, Bob McGraw's Music Cave is here. Good to see you, Bob. Glad you could make it. All right, let's see, what else do we have? We have 38 people and we have 33 likes. You guys are awesome. All right, so let's see. We got a couple of questions over here on Wix. Let's see, could you show us where to make those folder changes? Sure, I can. So let's go back to the classroom. Let's go ahead and close this. Let's go ahead and go to Studio One and Preferences, or it's Studio One Settings on a PC. And you would actually go to Locations, and then you have everything that you need here. User data, this is where your songs go. And you have file types. You don't move those at all. Then you have your sound sets. You can see I've got a couple of locations here that I have set up on my Mac external hard drive. So what I was telling Bob, you can go ahead, and as long as you keep track of what sound sets you own and what are in Sphere, you can actually go ahead and create separate folders in your Windows browser or on a Mac or whatever, and then point Studio One to those specific folders. Let's see, Bobby Booth says you must not have the videos for the updates to the Fader. You must not. No, I've got for the Faderport 8. I do. I haven't uploaded the Faderport 16 stuff yet. So all of the videos for the Faderport 8 should be up. If there are any missing, let me know, Bobby. All right. Let's see. Kelly Tracy. I believe he is one of the people that sent me a hard drive. If I'm not mistaken, Kelly, let me know if that's right, because I owe you a big thank you. Oh yeah, he said. Let's see, the external hard drive we emailed. Oh, I mean, emailed about should be there tomorrow. Yes, I did see that. I already got the one from Brian. And I'm waiting for yours. And I think between the two of you and the stuff that I have, we should have everything. All right, let's see. What do we got here? 40 people in here, and we are looking at Studio One 6. So what we've already been through is customizing the main view here, as well as looking at the custom settings for export Mixdown from the song page. So let me do this. Oh, yes. Oh, and if you are still a PivotShare member, that site is still up. If you are on PivotShare, just go ahead and stay there. I'm thinking about upgrading what I offer on PivotShare if I can't get Patreon to work, because I was having everybody move from PivotShare over to the YouTube thing. And then... So I didn't really have a choice. All right, let's see. What do we got here with 41 people? Yes. So, yes, I am still getting paid from PivotShare. There's still, actually, a couple people came back. So I think I've got 15 members over there. I don't know if I want to send everybody over there right now because it's a really tough platform and I can't communicate with the members over there. They just don't allow it. Why? I don't know, but they don't. So if I can get the Patreon thing to work, then I'm going to move everybody over that way. Let's see. The videos are up. Let's see. The videos are up for the Faderport 8 and 16. Actually, right now, they're only up for the 8. Faderport 8. Yeah, I've still got to upload the ones that I had for the 16. All right, so let's see here. 39 people, and we have 36 likes. Excellent. There are 5 of them. For the Faderport 16, I think you're right. Bobby. And Just Bob says thank you. You're welcome. All right, so let's see. So the over on Wix, I'm looking at the question here. Oh, sure, I can show that. So, all right. So let me actually... Okay, so if I go here and I right-click and I say customize, so I have a template here now that I can choose. Let's see if it'll actually do it. Let's go with complete. And then let's go with HST basic view. There we go. There's just my basic view. And when I open the inspector, there should be just the stuff that I've chosen. Yep. Just like that. So just what I need. Nice. And at any time I can right click, go back to customize, and I can say complete. And that brings everything back. Deer Creek Audio says the fader port 16 and 8 are the only different in fader count, correct? Yes, exactly. But I had done a couple of videos on the 16 where I showed how it affects the 16 faders. Both the fader port 8 and the fader port 16 use the same firmware. So yes, it's all the same. It's just more faders. Deer Creek Audio says fader ports on sale at Sweetwater too. Ooh, I think they're actually on sale at on Amazon as well, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys want a link, you guys want to help my channel out, let me see if I can do this. So I'm going to go with so right now there is a fader port that is on sale for $4.99 over on Amazon. And there it is. So now for the fader port 16, there is... Ooh, they've only got one. I'm just looking to see. Okay, so here is a link. To the fader port 16. I understand, Nick. Yeah, he uses sounds. These links that I'm giving you, I actually get a little bit of compensation for posting them from Amazon. So I try to get those out when I can. If you want personal one-on-one help with some of this stuff, definitely use Alps Media. And I don't believe he has any fader ports from his last commercial. So that's why I posted these. Sheila says, hey, Johnny, can I drop a link in here to my new podcast channel? Well, if I do that, I'm going to have to make you a moderator. So now the ability to post comes with a little bit of responsibility there, Sheila. So if you go ahead and you refresh the stream, you are now a moderator. All right, Peter Brooks says, for some reason I see your blurred screen. I have looked at the other live videos, and they are fine. Not sure why I'm seeing a blurred screen. So if you're seeing a blurred screen, what you have to do is you have to go to the bottom and go to the quality button. It's a little cogwheel, and then select HD. I don't think anybody else is having that problem, Peter. So, for instance, let's see. He's trying again. It's like a game of whack-a-mole, isn't it? Hey, John Edgar whacked him. Good. All right, cool. So, Peter, let me know that fixed it. I can actually show you here, if you're watching, if you look at the bottom here, there is a quality option. So, usually it's going to be set to auto, but if you click that, you should be able to up the quality. Let me know if that works. Is anybody else having that trouble? All right, take a look at the link from Sheila from She Studios. She has a link to her channel. Please check that out. We share the wealth around here. Awesome. Oh, Peter says, I had you at 144. Well, sometimes YouTube chooses it, and we don't have any choice. All right, I've got a couple of minutes left. So, let's see. What else do we got here? You guys got any other questions on this? And Sheila says, thank you so much, Johnny. You rock. Thank you. I appreciate that. And, Sheila, you are now a moderator. So, if you catch these whack-a-moles, whack them. George Mateo says, great to see you, Johnny. Okay. Good to see you too, George. Good. I'm seeing a lot of people that have been here a long time ago actually coming back to the channel. It is so awesome. Yes, in just a week and a couple of days, I've already got almost 1,800 subscribers back. Now, see, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I thought of. One of the things that was happening is I had 25,000 subscribers, and while that was allowing me to monetize, because I had a lot of views at that point, a lot of the older Peter Brooks, I owe you a pizza. Yes, send it along. I had a lot of subscribers out of that group that were no longer subscribed. So even though I had 26,000 subscribers, I was only getting 500 views or so per. I mean, I'm still not getting that many views, unfortunately. So there's so much Studio One info out there. A couple of people have said I'm crazy for trying to do this again. But I have a community that I'm helping. And when you guys see a Studio One 6 video that you're not quite sure you understand, you can bring it to me and I can try to, hash it out and see, what information might be missing. Roger Beckett says, thanks for doing this. You are very welcome. I appreciate that. And see, now I'm hungry for pizza. Peter, your fault. All right, cool. 40 people, and I think we got 40 likes. 39 likes. Ooh, we're almost there. Somebody else hit that like button. Yes, let's see. So Rebecca on Wix says, I don't know anything about Patreon, but are there any other kind of member sites that you can move to? I don't know. I don't know if anybody knows. Let me know. Oh, yeah. And if you guys really love me, you'll subscribe to Sheila's page, too. See? All right, let's see. Do we have 40 and 40 yet? Watch this. Nope, we got 41 people and 39 likes. Oh, it says 40 on Shorty Beard's screen. Okay, probably just hasn't gotten to mine yet. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you for the slice of pizza, Peter. It is Peter Brooks, a.k.a. Pizza Brooks. Nick says, let's see, you tend to answer a lot of questions I can't find anywhere else on YouTube. Oh, that's good to know. And remember, one of the things that you can do also, let me see if I can find this. I don't know why I don't have it on this page, but let's see, where should I put it? Should I put it up here? There we go. So if you've got a question or a subject that you're finding either hard to understand from other YouTubers or that you just don't see, send an email to Johnny at hsd-homestudiotrainer.com. The website is still up and it's working good now that I've got some of my videos back up. Very cool. Sheila, feel free to post the link to your page again. All right, let's see. Deer Creek Audio says, YouTube won't recommend your videos if your view to subscribers count isn't good. Well, right, exactly. That's something I'm hoping to fix. You're better off with more solid subscriber base. YouTube recommendations really help. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. That's a good idea. All right, I got 1 minute here, and then I got to go. I have a night job to go to that I really don't want to. But I have to. Yeah, I guess it is kind of bright. Leon says, why are you looking so bright? There we go. I definitely look better as a dimwit, for sure. Let's see. Secret Squirrel says, aren't they overdue to have more hobby-based content on Rockafin and Rumble? Try venturing into uploading your content on other platforms. What can they do but say no? There was another one I was trying to get in on, and they said no. Mika, 1 minute to lunch. That's actually, let's see, who said that? That was Secret Squirrel. I've never heard of Rockfin. Never heard of that. I have a challenge just managing the YouTube channel. I couldn't imagine if I'm uploading to other channels too. Very, very cool. All right, so that pretty much completes what I had for today. What did we go through? We went through different file locations, thanks to a question from Just Bob. If you've got content from your Sphere account, but you also actually own outright other stuff, creating a couple of different folders and putting them in the locations for Studio One. We also went over the Mixdown, the export Mixdown options for different platforms, and then we went through customizing the main page so that only the icons that you need show up on that page, and it makes for a much easier workflow if you actually customize that main view. Ambient Dave says, you working late night? My regular job is 9 at night till 5 in the morning. That's a Monday night through Friday night. And this Friday night, I don't get any sleep because I work from 9 to 5 in the morning, and then I have a performance competition for my daughter's marching band, which I am the head pit crew captain. So I'm gonna be up from 9 to 5, and I take a quick shower, and then I go to that competition to help them out from 7 in the morning until 3. Saturday night, I'm gonna come home and literally die. So it's gonna be a long time. Yeah, it's I've been doing the night shift thing for about 10 years, and I like it. I like having my afternoons off. But when I have stuff to do on the weekends, I also deliver pizzas in the evenings on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights for some extra cash. And right now, I've got to do a lot of that because I'm not making any money on YouTube anymore. So if you look in the description below, you'll actually see a link to my PayPal page. If you can help me out until I get my memberships back, or until I maybe open up a Patreon or something like that, please go ahead and click on that link, donate a couple of bucks, and help me out. Get me through the next couple of months. I really appreciate it. All right, that's going to be it for me, folks. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit, and I will see you on Saturday night at midnight, if I'm not dead. From the competition during the day, and for the midnight show. And I'll be going through other stuff there. Mika says, burning the candle at both ends. Take care of yourself. I will try. Yeah, take my vitamins. I take something called Balance of Nature. It's really nice. You guys should check it out. Just look it up, Balance of Nature. Although they don't sponsor the show, so I'm going to make you look for it. All right, these are going to be my last few words later.
Because you are an HST subscriber, you are automatically part of our Advantage program, enabling you to score great deals on PreSonus gear from Alps Media.